Good evening, and welcome to Pointing to the Cross. And we'll share a couple of scriptures with you today, and specifically the time of day that I'm doing this. It's right about sunset. I don't know if you can see, but the sun's starting to go down over the mountains, and it kind of has a bearing on what I want to talk about today. And in Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 14, we find these words. It says, "The beginning of strife is like releasing water. Therefore stop contention before a quarrel starts." So it's comparing the moment we let something happens, and it's telling us that the best time to deal with that is right then. If we've wronged somebody or somebody's wronged us, the best thing to do is to get that fixed right away, because the longer that builds, it says it's like releasing water. So once you release waters, you can't get them back where they're supposed to go. And it's a powerful force. You've all seen flood waters in our area in the last little bit. You see them when hurricanes hit and you get storm surges. It's a force that just keeps building momentum, and you can't control it. And it's saying that strife is the same thing. And the antidote for that, like it says, is to deal with it right then. In Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26, the Bible says, "Be angry and do not sin." Well, how do we do that? Well, it says, "Do not let the sun go down on your wrath." In other words, fix it now. Because the longer you let that go on, the worse it's going to get. It's just like getting a splinter or some foreign object. If you don't take that out and get it out of your body is going to attack it, and it's going to create an awful sore, and it's just going to get worse and worse. In the same way with our anger, the same way with strife and contention, we need to address it right away. And it says, don't even go to sleep before you've addressed it. And I think that if we followed those directions, we'd have a whole lot less problems in marriages, in father and child relationships, mother and child relationships, and the other thing that it does, I think, is it gets us in the habit of forgiving people. Because I really believe that's the failure of most relationships, is our unwillingness to forgive one another. And when we take care of those things in the moment, and we don't put our head on that pillow until things are resolved, then it gets us in the habit of forgiving, and it becomes a quick habit to us. And I don't know of a better thing than to have a day without strife, to be able to get through days without a lot of crazy stuff happening. So just remember that the next time strife comes into your life, take care of it right away and don't allow it to fester. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Pointing to the Cross.